Today's video is going to be possibly one of the coolest videos I've ever posted on this YouTube channel. Now, I recorded it back in 2017. I have no beard in this video because I was at 4.5 years in the Air Force and I was shooting this as a letter to myself in the future, as you can see. I'm talking to you right now from June 26, 2017. This video is going to be released in 2019. I'm going to be doing things with my life because I've been planning it and I've been working at it every single day to get to where I will be at in 2019 when you watch this video. I'm already planning that. I'm already working ahead. Every single day I come home and I bust my butt to get where I want to be in life. Subject: ask you to reconsider staying in the service. Message: Kyle, a couple weeks ago you replied to a request from me about you possibly cross-training into CCT. You told me that you were going to finish up your enlistment and then move on. I left it alone at the time, but the more I thought about it, the more I decided I should share some views on things as prior service airman to an active duty airman. First and foremost, myself and most of the veterans I know regret not being able to stay in service. Some of the other veterans left on their own, while a few of us were retired out for medical reasons. The service was and is the best part of my life. Civilian life needs just one word to compare it to the service. It sucks. The camaraderie and brotherhood of the service is non-existent in the civilian world. The team-based atmosphere is replaced by how can you screw someone else over to move up in whatever business you are working. The uniform and the respect it deserves are replaced with just another face of the damned. Do me a favor, before you decide not to re-up, go to the nearest VA. There is one in Vegas. Talk to the veterans there and ask them what they think of civilian life versus their time in the service. I believe that the vast majority will say they regret getting out. If you think about leaving the service for a bit and then going back in, don't do it. It's easier to stay in than to get out and go back in, and that is the truth. If you want to talk more about this to me, I can be reached by this email or you can call me. I regret each day I have to spend in the world as a civilian. The best years of my life were in uniform, and the worst are in civvies. I hope that this message will reach you at the right time and that you will ultimately make the right decision. I can definitely see you one day as Chief Master Sergeant Kyle Gott, if not Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Gott. Hey, if a dental assistant can do it, why can't you? Sincerely, blank blank, U.S. Air Force Staff Sergeant, retired. My response: the thing is though, I've not felt like the military has as much camaraderie as I thought it would. I got along much better with my coworkers and subordinates before I joined. I had more friends who would do favors for me before I joined than the 4.5 years while I've been in. My passion is to travel, backpack, and have a beard. I can't really do much of that while I'm in. And I'll be darned if I do another 16 years of something I dislike while putting off something I love just because other people in their life regret their decisions they made. I have 1.5 years left in the Air Force. I've been working on my future since I joined. I know where I'm going and what I'm going to do with my life. I already own my own business, so I'm not worried about the whole struggling to get a job dealing with people who suck, because I'm the owner, manager, boss, and worker. I'm getting out of the military to pursue my lifelong dream. I joined the Air Force to travel, which I did a little bit, but it's way harder than I want. When I get out, I'll be able to grab a bag with 2 changes of clothes and travel the world with my wife for weeks on end without dealing with stupid rules and being controlled. I joined the Air Force to travel because that was the best option at 21. Now my best option is to leave the Air Force so I can travel even more and not be controlled. I don't have this huge connection with the military like everyone that regrets getting out has. I'm completely happy with doing my 6-year commitment and then getting out to live life for me and do what I want with my day every day. I don't have to look back and regret because I'll be doing bigger, better things and be doing what makes me happier than anything. At no point will I ever regret getting out. The military isn't for me. It's for some people, but I'm definitely not one of them. I have a lot of goals and aspirations in life, much larger than anyone else I know. I'm not going to have a problem leaving the military behind to follow my biggest dreams. If I don't follow my dreams and do 20 years, that would be the biggest regret I could ever have. Doing 20 years is in no way worth it for what I can do and will do with my future. Also, quote, the camaraderie and brotherhood of the service is non-existent in the civilian world. The team-based atmosphere is replaced by how you can screw someone else over to move up in whatever business you are working. End quote. The military must have changed a lot since you've gotten out, because I've never had a job that had so many people willing to cut others' ankles to get ahead. The military is not what it used to be. I read that part to my wife and she started laughing and said, "That sounds like the military." It is in no way, shape, or form an organization I want to spend more time than I have to working for them. His response: "Be advised, I have forwarded a complete copy of this email to both the Air Force Times as well as the Public Affairs Officer at Nellis. The Public Affairs Officer said they will forward a copy of this email to your first sergeant." You may be wondering, why would I do that? And I will tell you. You disrespect the uniform with both the statements you made in this email, as well as showing a complete disregard of the core values of the United States Air Force. Number 1, integrity first. Doing what's right, even when no one is looking. If you disagreed with my email, you should have kept it to yourself. As an NCO, it is your job to do right in or out of uniform, preaching on your YouTube page about how much you love the Air Force, and then being a hypocrite in your emails, showing a complete lack of integrity. I just want to stop right there and say, I received an LOR. Those of you that don't know what an LOR is, it goes LOC, LOR, Article 15. Article 15 is what will get you kicked out of the Air Force. I received an LOR for talking bad about the Air Force in multiple YouTube videos. 2 major videos, actually. So I don't preach that the Air Force is amazing on my YouTube channel. I never have. And I never tell everyone to join it because it's amazing. I just simply put out information for you guys so you know what you're getting yourself into. So this guy clearly does not understand the message that I put out on my YouTube channel. And for some reason he thinks that I absolutely love being in the Air Force on my YouTube channel, when in reality I'm very honest on my YouTube channel and make it clear that I don't want to be in the Air Force. Number 2, service before self. The Air Force always comes first. You are an NCO. You are active duty and you have no right to free speech. Your job is to protect democracy, not practice it. All correspondence from you should state unequivocally how much you love the service and how much you respect it. When you are out, then you can lie through your teeth, but not now. Number 3, excellence in all we do. Every single thing you do from day in and day out should be conducted with an effort to strive for excellence. An email like the ones you wrote me shows you lack the understanding of the previous core values, so there is no way you can possibly achieve this core value without the other ones. I hope that this will be a learning lesson for you. As a staff sergeant, you are supposed to lead from the front. This may be something they teach REMFs, but this is something that those of us who have been in combat understand. Leading from the front means that you do everything that you tell others to do. You would never tell another airman, soldier, sailor, or Marine to attack the enemy while you sit on your butt behind a desk telling jokes to others about how stupid those people are for attacking the enemy. I will end this email here with one statement that was grilled into me during BMT. Lead, follow, or get the fuck out of the way. Sincerely, blank 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 blank, U.S. Air Force Staff Sergeant retired. My response: you're one of the people in the Air Force I would have hated to work for. Instead of keeping things in-house, you are one to blow things out of proportion and run to everyone you can to burn others. I stand by everything I said in these emails. His response: and you are the reason that they need to be more selective in the process of enlistments as well as who goes to ALS. I can definitely see you one day as Chief Master Sergeant Kyle Gott, if not Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Gott. I always thought that polygraphs for all would be a great thing. I forwarded your emails because you are not living the core values of the Air Force. You disrespect the people who have served before you by minimizing decisions we may have or may not have made. And some of us had the decision forced upon us through MEB, PEB process. You should have those stripes torn from your shoulder. I fought hard and lost some of the best Marines I have ever had the privilege of serving with to earn the right and privilege to be called Staff Sergeant. I live the core values on a daily basis and never cut anyone off at the knees. That being said, I was always aware that everything I said and did represented not only my honor and integrity, but also the Air Force as a whole, the AFSC, my squadron, and my team. Maybe because of my pipeline, my views are different from others, but that is not a bad thing. It is what made the United States Air Force one of the best in the world, and CCT one of the best special operators in the world. The difference between us is what made people like me true believers in the military, and people like you the worst of it. I always believed that the people who wanted and deserved to stay in were forced out. The people who deserved to get forced out stayed in. What you should have done is just say nothing. Never follow up my emails. Didn't your mother teach you? If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. I hope that one day you realize that you were wrong about your time in the service, that you should have stayed in, and that those who came before you deserve the respect of all others, but especially those who are still in uniform, as we respect them. You would never have any chance to serve were it not for the people who came before you and put it all on the line for you to have the rights that you do, the privilege that you do, and the title that you do. In parentheses, 2. The public affairs officer. Here was another reason to counsel this airman. He does not know when no response is smarter than responding. Sincerely, blank, 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 veteran, U.S. Air Force. Alright guys, well that was an email that I received way back in 2017. And at this point, I've been in the Air Force for 4.5 years. Well, right now, I'm in the Air Force for 4.5 years. This video is going to be coming out in 2019. So if you guys are watching this in 2019, you better hit that thumbs up button. This email came to me, and it kind of was mind-boggling because it started out with this guy saying, hey, I really think you should re-enlist, you know? I think you could be the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. And then I respond and say, hey, I got better stuff to do. Like, you know, I want to travel, and I can't really do that in the military, so I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna do my own thing, you know, I'm gonna create my own business, I'm gonna travel, I'm gonna do what I want with my life every day and not have to worry about being stressed out at work. And this guy got super offended because I disagreed with his opinion of my life. This veteran said, you should stay in, and then I was like, no, I don't want to, and then he was like, you're a total piece of crap, and everything flipped on me. And he like freaked out and was like, I'm gonna email Air Force Times, and I'm gonna email your public affairs officer. And so literally this is what I did. I didn't respond after that email. I actually read that email today at work, the last one. So I only responded to this guy twice. When he first emailed me and I was like, no, I'm good, I wanna get out, I wanna do other stuff. And then he freaked out and then I was like, yo, I would never wanna work for you ever. Because you're the type of people I don't like. Yeah, he just seemed like way over the top, and I'd be interested in what you guys think on this situation. What do you guys think about how he took his emails, and how do you guys think I reacted with my emails? I tried to not get super defensive or anything, and I tried to keep mine like really short because I was just like, there's no point in arguing with this guy. But it was like super crazy having that experience. But this is the reality of being a military YouTuber, is you have these people that feel like, well, just the YouTuber in general, I guess, you have these people that feel like they control you, they own your life. I was in the military and this is what's best for you. But that's the thing, is I've never told on my channel, if you guys go back and watch from before I joined, I don't tell people you should join. The whole point of me making my videos was to inform people. Because if you don't want to join the Air Force after you watch my videos, good. If you want to join the Air Force more than ever after you watch my videos, then good. All I was doing was making informational videos because I want people to make educated decisions in their life. I'm a firm believer that everyone gets where they deserve to be in life. I'm a firm believer that every decision that you make is a direct effect on your future. And if you don't take your future seriously, you're not going to do things in the now. You're not going to do things today, yesterday, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks from now. You're not going to do stuff during that time period that's going to get you somewhere if you're not taking your future seriously. I took my future seriously. I worked every single day in the Air Force. You know, like the last 6 years that I have been in the Air Force, because this video posts after I got out. So I worked 6 years, overtime job. I would come home after working an overtime job, put out hundreds of videos over the course of those 6 years. I'm at 340 some videos on this channel right now. I have a year and a half till I get out. I'm probably gonna be around like 450 videos around this point, maybe. That's a crazy thing to do. Not counting me and my wife's channel, which is probably gonna be around 1,000 videos, and we created it after I was in the military for 2 years. We'll have put out over 1,000 videos in 4 years, the last 4 years. So I'm a firm believer of you get where you want to be in life by putting in the work. And that's why I got out, because I had goals. I'm talking to you right now from June 26, 2017. This video is going to be released in 2019. I'm going to be doing things with my life because I've been planning it and I've been working at it every single day to get to where I will be at in 2019 when you watch this video, I'm already planning that. I'm already working ahead. Every single day I come home and I bust my butt to get where I want to be in life. And that's the thing, is this guy was not okay with that. And it kind of baffles me. This guy is a veteran, and he just thinks that like everyone needs to do 20 years. 12% of people finish out 20 years in the military. The other 88% get kicked out, medically boarded, or voluntarily separate. 88%. I'm in the vast majority of people that get out. I don't want to do 20 years, and neither do a vast majority of other people in the service. So what is your guys' take on this situation? It was really frustrating for me to read that. Like, I almost was like, this is not real. After that second time that I responded, it was like, I would never want to work for you. I printed that out immediately, took it to work the next day, showed it to my supervisor, and was like, here is something that happened on my private email that someone personally emailed me, and I responded, and then they said they sent it to the Air Force Times and the public affairs officer at my base. I'm pretty sure he's like BSing me right now, and he totally didn't do any of that. Because I feel like if the public affairs officer read that, they'd be like, why are you sending me a personal email that isn't even bad? So I think he was BSing it all. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see how this pans out. But my supervisor was like, I don't see anything wrong with this. He's like, you didn't do anything wrong? And he's like, that was on your personal email too, right? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, it was between a prior military and a current military member talking about the military and the future of one of those people. And then this dude gets like furious about it and forwards it to the Air Force Times. And then he was like, yeah, well, the Air Force Times can't post about an active duty member without getting approval. Like, basically, they have to be approved to talk about me as an active duty member. But it wouldn't even make a good story, so I don't even know why he bothered to send it to him. And then my first sergeant so far hasn't said anything to me, so I guess we'll see. But this is like one of the things why I'm getting out of the military. There's just like 100 ways to get in trouble. Like, I just say, I don't want to be in the military anymore, and I'm gonna do my time and get out. I'm gonna do my 6 years and get out. This dude wants to go and tattle to Air Force Times and tattle to my first sergeant and the public affairs officer at my base, saying this dude wants out of the Air Force. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, calm down. It's not a big deal. I show up every day and I do my job the best I can. And I help thousands of people in my free time figure out if the Air Force is the best thing for them or not. And to be told like I'm the worst part of the military, I feel like I have done a huge service for the military and helped people, whether it be people deciding they don't need to serve or want to serve. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that I was in the right? Do you think that I was in the wrong? Where do you think he was? Leave a comment down below letting me know. Also, be sure to click that thumbs up button if you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. It's cool talking to you guys from the future. You know, I'm like 26 right now. By the time I'm talking to you in the future, I'll be like 27, going on 28, something like, it'll be crazy. But thanks for watching. I'll see you guys when I'm enjoying life, backpacking the world. Like, I get so hyped thinking about my future. It's so, like, I'm gonna do so many things once I get out, and I cannot wait. So if you want to see what we're doing, subscribe to Gottlove, G-O-T-T-L-O-V-E on YouTube. That's where you're gonna watch our journeys, us backpack the world and travel. It's gonna be so dope. You don't want to miss it. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.